November 16th, 2009. This is Diehard Gamer Radio, show 77.
You are approaching the target of attack. Your mission starts now. Are you ready? The countdown begins. 3, 2, 1, go!
You are listening to Diehard Gamer Radio, the source for off-mainstream video game news and topics. And now, your hosts, Murdock, Brian, John, and Steve.
Just a couple more shots.
Now with finger gestures.
We've always had the finger gestures.
I was gonna say more phlegm.
That's
That's
awesome.
gonna be both of us.
That's good.
And that's not going to be the Photoshop.
Photoshop will not be phlegm.
Like So, welcome back to the podcast. I am Murdock, and with me is we have Steve, who is doing the
Healthy.
Yeah.
So far, anyway.
Not after this podcast.
Emily was trying to drink out of my cup at Abo's on Saturday.
I did. You didn't notice.
And
I
then
get sick and
yeah.
beating you.
We have Roger, who runs his own anime store, GimmeAnime.com.
Yep.
It is an awesome, awesome store, and you should go there and spend all your money.
We
Gimme
have
anime
Final
dot meat.
Fantasy Chocobo keychains.
That's
They're
useful.
fuzzy.
Is that good or bad?
They're fuzzy and yellow. You can't ride them though.
Okay. And with us, fresh from show 20, which was her last appearance, we welcome back Emily, who's here to
20?
keep us all in line.
That was like 10 podcasts ago.
So anything you want to add, Em, before we start with this thing?
GimmeAnime.com.
I've already mentioned.
$100 free shipping.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
And how's your ramen stock doing?
We are sold out, though we do still have Pocky left over. And we now have Final Fantasy kebab things, for your cell phone.
Anything else you want to add?
8 copies of Breath of Fire art book.
We can, give one away at Child's Play.
Is that something you felt you
Ooh.
needed 8
That's an idea.
copies of?
When
Hey,
is
why
that? When
isn't
is that going
Child's
to be
Play
on?
on here? That's like next week.
Dude, because everybody already freaking knows about Child's Play. It's like you need to tell them about it.
Well, also
If they're
by the
listening
time
to
this
our
actually
podcast, you know
The
about it.
one guy.
Yeah, exactly.
with the thing.
Are you going to Child's Play?
You'd have to close
Probably.
the store early.
Yeah, that'd be the problem.
Well, I don't know. It was an idea.
I might
Mhm.
go. I can go without him.
I don't think you're capable.
I am too.
No, I don't think you are.
I've
Let
been-
me present the scenario for you. You, by yourself, small Asian woman, going to Child's Play with 1,000 horny geeks.
I'll go with Brian.
1,000 horny geeks.
I'll go with Brian. I'll go with a bunch of people off the NDK list.
1,000 horny geeks.
They're girls there.
1,000 horny geeks. There's not an equal 1,000 number of women there.
Gee, and I was just going to say, I'd hope she'd be able to, find where it's at.
I know where it's at. There is such thing as Maps Google. You're a poo.
That's not the Photoshop either. So,
Oh, you should get that. The Raleigh-chan poo. That'd be awesome.
for what? For you?
No, for the stinger picture. The Raleigh-chan poo.
Okay. For those of you listening at home, Em kind of has a thing for, Dr. Slump.
And poo.
Can
Well-
analyze that part of the thing and hear the EVP.
Oh.
Everything comes down to poo.
Hey, I hear there's news on this podcast.
Yes, there is. So first up, we're going to talk about Afghanistan, and
We're going to talk about why it is that now the word dithering means something other than making your image seem better when you don't have enough colors. Because that's,
Photoshop humor.
because that's what dithering is, god damn it.
Dithering is what we do in our office when we're trying to decide what we want for food.
Yeah, that's what the non-technical people use to mean dithering.
Mm.
Now, what's really interesting is I actually went back in the time to the Free Republic threads for the
Why do you
DC
do that to yourself?
The DC sniper stuff. Turns out the precedent for using dithering was actually established there in a political context. Very interesting.
Okay, then. So, I guess we've covered pretty much all the topics on the podcast.
Yeah, well, it's nice talk. Next time we'll have something about video games.
Yeah.
Why isn't Boehner pronounced boner? That's what I'd like to know.
Because they don't know what OE means in German. It means it would actually be pronounced Booner. Ooh. Ah, eh, ooh, ooh.
And sometimes why?
No.
Meow.
All right.
You got to say some news or what?
Yeah, I'm trying.
No, last time you started talking about Afghanistan. It's not. That one's your fault.
Okay, all right. So first up, bonus stages coming to Super Street Fighter 4, which is awesome if you like beating up an SUV.
Huh.
Yeah. And
Well, that
beating
would
up
be
barrels.
kind of cool.
Well, and beating up barrels.
Did the terrorists
Is this
win?
going to be a 4-pay DLC?
Well, the Super Street Fighter 4 is a completely separate disc, and they're going to sell it at a lower price point than they did with Street Fighter 4.
Oh, so they're screwing the people that got Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, kind of.
All right.
Early
Yeah.
adopters, you know.
What do you? So,
Early
but-
adopters on release date?
Yeah.
So $39.99, I heard is going to be the price for that thing with 8 new characters, bonus stages, and a lot of other stuff that we don't know what it is yet.
Some fighting, probably.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure fighting will be involved
Some
at some point.
Fisticuffs.
And a few streets as well.
I'm trying to think of it. Yeah, there are streets in the game. Okay, got me there. So next up, an AO rated Manhunt 2 coming to PC, which would interest Steve.
Nobody
None of
has,
us.
nobody has a brain. Nobody has a brain because the game was horrible. Making it AO won't make it any better if the
Didn't-
game
well,
sucks.
Didn't Pasty Mike play it?
I think he hated it.
It's really bad. I've not seen
And
a
if
good
Mikey
review
don't
of
like it,
I've never seen a good review of this game. The entire news cycle for that, oh, Manhunt 2, it's so awful, was filled with a bunch of video game magazines and websites going, this is all besides the point because this game sucks.
well, my question is, what is making it AO? I mean, if it's
some sex stuff, apparently.
Boobies.
boobies?
Boobies.
Still not worth
All of the violence in that thing, and it boils down to boobies making
You're
it AO.
surprised by this in any way, shape, or form?
I thought we
Let me
had
direct-
evolved as a culture, but I guess not.
No, because
What
evolution
country are you
doesn't
living in?
exist.
Yeah, this is true.
Pakistan.
Evolution doesn't exist.
You want to elaborate on that, Steve?
Yes, if there was boobies intended by God, there would be boobies in the world naturally.
Guinea pigs.
Yeah, guinea pigs.
All right. So,
I
Steve.
don't need it out of you.
Boy. Podcast feels it's like 2 hours long already. All right.
Maybe if you went on to the next news thing, it'd go a little faster.
N-Gage is officially dead, which is awesome.
It was
And
still
I
around.
didn't even know it was still around.
Yeah, I thought it had died, off in a corner somewhere.
Well, they're officially stopping support in 2010.
They were
Which
still
I'm like,
supporting
yeah,
it?
that's what it's
There
like.
were
Wait a
games
minute,
still
this
coming off then?
I don't know.
Can you
'Cause
even
I-
actually use it as a phone?
I was expecting to use play Super
Wait a
Street
minute, is
Fighter 4 on it.
Nokia even still around in the U.S.?
Well, Nokia's
they
still
are.
around. I'm pretty sure you can use it as a phone.
The
and
problem with Nokia is that they really didn't get on the smartphone train very fast.
They didn't get on the Matrix phone real fast.
No, the Matrix
Crap.
phone was already old by the time that.
Didn't matter. They were really cool. And they didn't sell them here.
No,
they sold them
did
in
not.
fucking Finland, but they wouldn't sell them here.
No, they did not.
That was dumb.
Welcome to every Japanese smartphone.
They
out
were also
there.
kind of gigantic, though.
Yeah, but they were
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, that's all well and good if you want to beat a bear to death with it.
I
They
could
are
take it up to
godless
the
killing machines.
well, the N-Gage.
Yeah, if you want a
out.
phone that's the size of a Volkswagen Bug, I mean,
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. It's a minibus-sized cell phone.
Yeah, but you could, run up to the bear going, "I need an exit."
And then the bear would eat you.
Oh, you can clobber him with your phone.
That's when he puts on
And
the
then the bear would
sunglasses.
eat you.
That's when he puts on the sunglasses and goes, "Welcome back, Mr. Anderson."
Surrounded by nerds.
Yep.
So, next up, REO Speedwagon game announced for PC and Mac.
This
which
is not a repeat from the 2600 days.
Wait a minute, there wasn't a 2600 game of REO Speedwagon. There was Journey.
Journey.
Yeah.
They're not entirely different.
Really now?
They're somewhat similar in their existence
That they were both bands at some point.
around the same time,
Yeah.
playing about the same kind of music for the same kind of
So
chicks.
are you trying
the
to
same
build
different
some
kind
sort
of
of
SUV.
conspiracy that you never see them in the same place at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
REO Speedwagons equals Journey.
I can't think of a single REO Speedwagon song.
Well, according to my schedule, the name of the game is called Find Your Own Way Home, which I'm assuming that's a song, Steve?
No, it sounds more like a cover of a Fleetwood Mac song.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's the first thing that popped into my head. It's like, no, wait,
Go
wait,
your own way and trade this game in for credit.
I just don't stop believing. That's all I keep thinking. of.
Don't stop believing that the N-Gage isn't dead.
Steve is being very smart and not singing the whole song because otherwise we'll have to pay for it.
Yes, I'm skirting the edges of fair use.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then we'll have to put a dime for the ASCAP fees?
Yeah, something like that. There'll be a guy here to break your legs momentarily.
Some goon, an ASCAP goon.
Yeah, BMI goon.
Body mass index goon?
Yes, that too.
Okay.
Next.
All right. So beta for Starcraft II in 2010.
Lies, lies, all lies.
And this is coming from a Korean. So
No, I just don't believe anything that Blizzard says with a number and a date.
Were
Diablo
you bred as part of the Zerg horde?
I am the Zerg Rush.
And Diablo 3 probably won't be out until 2050?
Something like that.
2013 after the world ends.
Well, that'll be great. So do you have any
You
interest?
can actually play it in hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
So StarCraft 2, do you have any interest in it, Steve?
9.
Roger?
Not really.
Liar. How many hours did you play on StarCraft 1?
Well, I don't know if I'm actually going to have a.
It's Blizzard. You're gonna have a good enough computer.
Not my little G4, no.
No, you just put it on the work computer. Not like you do any work.
Wow.
Thanks.
So
Lol.
next on newlywed game here.
Da, 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 da.
That's Sanford and Son. It's a
So-
big one, Elizabeth. I'm coming home.
I'm coming home.
It's 70s. I don't fucking know.
It's a big one.
Okay.
Who that at my door?
So you don't have any interest in StarCraft 2, Em? You
No.
play that? Okay.
No.
Just Diablo.
Just Diablo.
And I will be a widower when that game comes out.
You shall indeed.
Great, you can both sit in the same room playing Blizzard games and not talking to each other.
Oh, we've done that.
Oh, that's good.
When
Yes.
Diablo 2 came out.
It's great. It's even better that you're playing the same game in the same room together. Not
Yeah.
talking to each other.
Yeah, didn't want to. Well, then
It's
I'd
pretty
laugh at
awesome.
him because I'd be like, "You have the wrong spell. You have the wrong spell. You're dead."
So you managed to play the game and backseat game at the same time.
I
It's
am.
pretty impressive.
I am very multi-talented.
So you kids at home, listen up. These two are
Don't
successfully married.
try and throw a fireball when you've got Town Portal up.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
that didn't work out too well for you, huh, Raj?
And the more you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically.
He did it all the time.
Well, because I was distracted because there was this voice behind me that was telling me what I should be doing.
You're like, there's no Zerg in this game.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You know, they do have earplugs for that.
And headphones.
And headphones.
Yeah.
These were cheap and yet good.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, you okay there, Raj?
Yeah.
Moving on, moving on, moving on.
So no Wii HD console plan, which surprises no one.
Yeah, that's
No.
No hardness for
obvious.
your Wii.
Well, it was funny. I was on Kotaku was mentioning the fact that, well, that everybody seems to be ignoring one thing. The fact that the Wii can't play any of the other big popular games that are sitting on the other consoles now.
Well, you could play Dead Rising, kind of. I mean, there's only one zombie, but you can play it.
One zombie made out of 4 pixels. Oh,
No.
excuse me, 4 octagons.
Octagons.
Polygons. Most of them are octagons.
Okay. All right. So,
Well, polygon, they don't use all. Never mind.
Octagon's a
Well,
polygon.
that's what they use, octagons.
okay.
Count the number sides.
Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Game Programmer.
You're thinking of Xevious.
That could be also true.
She's thinking Zaxxon,
Hey, Zaxxon ruled.
Cubert. That had polygons in it too.
Wasn't so good with the Cubert.
Okay. So next up, Activision confirms Call of Duty 2010, which surprises.
Surprise,
no one
surprise,
did-
surprise.
Now-
So I'm assuming this is a Treyarch version, not the Infinity Ward, because I'm pretty sure Infinity Ward isn't doing the other Call of Duty crap anymore.
As far as I know.
Not
did
gonna
you-
be a
did
word
you ever-
plan then.
Now, have you played Call of Duty before? Have you played any of them?
Yeah, I played 2 and Big Red 1 and Modern Combat.
Any of them you liked?
I actually liked Big Red 1, even though it was panned ginormously.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently none of the rest of the ones that Treyarch did were any good. And I really, really enjoyed Modern Combat.
Now, did you play any of the Call of Duties?
Well, I played a little bit of, I don't even remember which ones I played, but I did definitely, I played through Modern Combat. I think I borrowed Steve's copy, actually.
And for Emily, Duty. Just thought I'd add that.
I have new glasses that I can watch FPS stuff without hurling.
Really?
We're going to
They-
try this sometime. We're going to
Mhm.
try her on Halo and see what happens.
So what did they do to your
Play a
glasses?
good
to
first-person shooter.
We should play any,
It's hard
okay?
to explain, but my eyes don't stare forward; they stare off to the sides.
She's a Zerg, and that's just the way it is.
So they corrected my glasses and put in these. They're called prisms. So, and so the light gets.
And it's
Vented.
supposed to prevent motion sickness?
No, it's actually supposed to prevent my eyes from getting really tired from having to constantly focus every second that I'm looking at something against what it's normally supposed to do. So, I was watching the Roger play Fallout, and I'm like, hey, this isn't making me want to kill myself.
Well, Fallout isn't really fast paced, though.
yeah, but it
It's-
was also Batman Arkham Asylum, and that
Mm.
wasn't making me want to stab my eyes.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, she'd even play Tomb Raider and she'd get headaches after a while.
About a half hour, I'd get headaches.
So you gonna try Tomb Raider again?
No, actually, I was thinking maybe Assassin's Creed before number 2. We get number 2.
Did Assassin's Creed made you kind of?
Every game makes me I mean everything that's not made out of squares, like the first Duke Nukem, makes me motion sick.
Does that include Tetris?
She's a pixel bigot,
I am.
a bitmap bigot,
Yeah, they needed to be like 600 by 400 bitmaps, and then it
sprite
went.
bigot,
Okay.
sprite bigots.
Okay.
So that, who knows, maybe she'll be showing up for,
Oh, I doubt it.
well, that depends upon if I actually put one on again.
And if I care for the attendees.
Oh, I doubt it.
Yeah.
Well, that would require those attendees to show up.
Mm.
This is nice. All right, next one.
So PETA.
Welcome to third-person pronoun theater.
So next up, PETA releases new Super Chick Sisters, another rip-off game from our fine friends at PETA.
Are they naked? In a
Uh,
cage? With body paint?
No.
Well, that's
Yeah.
how they show up on the 16th Street Mall.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
What are they body painted as?
Tigers and lions and kitties and doggies.
Oh
No
my.
mudkips?
No mudkips, partially because, kind of not in the reality-based.
Neither is PETA.
I stand corrected.
That's true. They don't protest Pokemon.
I mean, yeah, Pokemon's basically cockfighting
Let's
for
hunt
kids.
and kill Pokemon!
Oh, it is cockfighting for kids.
Well, not only that.
Yeah, but they don't like kill the Pokemon and
yeah,
then try
unless
and
they
eat
leave
them.
them. Unless they leave them in the Pokeballs too long. Have you seen that? That was either on Family Guy or Robot Chicken, where he's like, blah blah blah, I choose you, and he opens it up, and the little skeleton falls out.
Super cock.
So it's a Super Mario Brothers parody is basically what it is.
They
So
should make a Duck Hunt parody.
Are they naked?
They are not. Naked.
no,
They've
the
established this.
no.
Damn.
No, instead of vilifying Kentucky Fried Chicken, they're vilifying McDonald's.
Ooh, we
in
could get
space.
Natalie Portman naked.
Is
I
that
thought
a-
she was just a Zionist. I thought, like for real.
Well, yes, she is a Zionist, but she's also a huge member of PETA.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, she's kind of dumb.
So it would seem.
She's
She's
Naked-
not as dumb as Jenny McCarthy, though. There is a woman that needs to be seen and not heard.
She needs to get naked.
I know. It's like
Yeah.
the only thing you're good at is looking good. So get to it.
Well, that's what I always think about those PETA chicks. It's like, I don't care to hear you. Just take the clothes off
Wow.
because it,
I
was
like
so
how
elegant.
you smack your lips.
That was so elegant.
num 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 num.
That was an elegant statement you made there, Roger.
Well,
You're obviously
An elegant man for an elegant time.
yes,
well, it's
you're
the
obviously
company.
a highly proficient public speaker, saying things with full of nuance and subtlety.
By the way, Roger does run Gimme Anime, so if you want lip smacking anime,
No, we are currently out of
yeah.
Bible blast.
burn up W, huh?
It's like, give me some more of that lamb chop.
Another Lady Innocent, highly recommend.
You made it sound like Mitchell there for a second. It's like,
You gonna finish that hentai?
That's beautiful, man.
there's a little hentai there left. Let me
just
just get those leftovers
No,
there.
wrap this up in a napkin and bring it home.
I've seen that.
Well, someone
it's
just brings a napkin
it's
and
just
just rolls up their hentai and
It's
save
Mitchell.
it for,
It's
save
Mitchell.
it for later. Okay.
Don't pour this gravy in my pocket here.
So, anyway, thanks for sharing about your little PETA
Yeah,
thing there,
there,
Raj.
Roger.
Well, yeah.
And is Natalie
basically.
Portman naked? Is that good or bad?
Who?
Natalie Portman.
Naked?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's really hot.
Yeah.
She tends to wear all these see-through things to all her little premiere things too, and they're always like semi-translucent when the flash bulbs aren't going off. And then they take the pictures, and you're like, oh yeah. And then she like they were all coy about her being naked in what the fuck was that movie where she was a stripper? It just came out a couple years ago.
Oh, the
like a
love,
year ago.
like Love Actually or something.
No,
No.
No, it was the
Was
British.
it Marley and
I think
me?
Hugh Laurie was in Love Actually.
No, it was the Brit. No, it was the British one with the guy from AI,
I don't know.
and she was
She's
having
a
an
stripper,
affair.
and then she like gives him like this private lap dance, but it's like the worst lap dance I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, this guy probably paid
Jude
like
Law.
$400 for this lap dance and got nothing.
Well, no, the problem is, I
Like,
mean,
there was-
have you ever actually looked at PETA's charter? What they actually intend to do?
Well, that's because the woman who started PETA is certifiably insane.
Yeah.
She really is.
Orly Tate.
So
Orly Tate insane,
Oh,
definitely.
really? Yeah, I mean, Orly's in a league of her own.
Oh, really? Yeah, really.
All right, moving on.
So,
This is not the PETA podcast.
all right. So next up, GameStop planning on carrying DLC in stores, which might be the epitome of you're doing it wrong.
How can they do that while still jacking up the prices?
So, well, their idea is to let customers purchase downloadable content right in the store, and,
And
then
they
what-
skim off the top.
No, then you. Well, I don't know about that, but then you go home and you download it yourself. So you're like, they can actually advertise for DLCs and meet space when they go to a store. You don't have to look through the Xbox Live interface to see it. Has some benefit some sort of. It has
So
some
did I-
logic to it.
So did I? I mean, I'm not sure I read it right. Are they going to like hand you a disc?
No.
No.
You pay for it at GameStop,
And
and
then
when
they'll-
you go home, it'll download for you. The theory, it's the convenience thing.
What?
It's where it's the impulse purchase convenience thing of it. You can advertise it in a meat space store when people come to pick up a game, and you can say, hey, if you pay it for it here, you won't have to bother going around and rooting for it when you get home. As soon as you turn on your machine, it's going to start downloading.
So how again are they going to make money other than
This-
jacking up the prices?
I don't
Or
know about
skimming
that.
off the top?
And
don't know about
how
that.
stupid are the people that are going to do that?
Have
Have
you
you ever
seen-
seen an impulse aisle? I mean, seriously, there's a reason
I
why.
need 100 meters of monster cable.
Have you, I mean, seriously, those impulse
Meters?
aisles exist for a reason because
There's
people
an
buy crap
impulse
from them.
aisle in GameStop.
Yes.
Dude, there's an impulse aisle in every retail
Where do
store
you
in
think all
existence.
those copies of Left Behind go?
Yeah.
We have an impulse island.
Yep.
Sort of, kind of,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing closest thing we have to impulse items,
it's-
though, is the buttons.
Well, the buttons and then the clearance stuff.
keychains and-
The-
yeah,
yeah,
kind of
all that stuff. Yeah.
Anything that's small and right by the register equals impulse.
Yep. And nothing smaller than DLC.
Although it's what's really funny is I get on weekends or every Friday, Stardock sends me the Friday night impulse buy offer special. I'm like, but it takes a lot of effort to get around to buying that from you guys, so it's really not all that impulsive now, is it? If I could buy it straight from the email you've just sent to me, that would be impulsive.
Mm.
Also, if you offer games that anybody wanted to play right now.
Hmm.
So, buy Assassin's Creed 2 and get the DLC right there.
Well, this also avoids the whole controversy of, well, if there's going to be DLC for it that's there at release day, why isn't it on the goddamn disc?
There's that. So, next up, Time Magazine names Natal one of the best inventions of 2009 that
Well, it's a great invention that isn't even out yet.
And
Yeah,
I
exactly.
nominate Duke Nukem Forever as best game of the year.
well, they chose that as one of the 50 best inventions of 2009 alongside teleportation, and I'm not making that up.
Huh. Somebody been reading things about quantum entanglement now and thinking it means a transporter beam is 2 years away.
No, Jeff Goldblum stopped by.
Oh.
Why bring up a reference to The Fly?
Because that's what he was doing. He was working on teleportation.
Okay.
Why bring up Jeff Goldblum?
Well, I don't know. I was just thinking.
Okay, that's
was
Independence
not-
Day.
That wasn't.
I
wasn't-
wanted to do this, and then
that
that
wasn't
something
George
came to my
That-
head.
that's not Jeff Goldblum. That's
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld.
It's not even Jerry
They're
Seinfeld.
both
it's-
Jewish.
No, it's what's his name? I don't know. I was out over here and I soon.
I wanted to get a matzo ball.
Jackie Mason.
Jackie Mason. It's what
I
it
wanted to
was.
get a matzo ball, but they
That's
don't
what
have
it
it.
is,
Then
Jackie.
I went
I-
up to the
I don't
side,
know,
and they
I-
had little conditions. I love the little conditions.
Okay, you're not allowed to do anything Jewish.
I don't
ever.
know. I was off. I wanted to take and buy a Natal, and I didn't know where it was. And then this guy said,
Okay,
"Hey,
you
oi!"
sound like Huckleberry Hound now.
No, Huckle.
don't like you.
Neither of those were Huckleberry Hound, but well done.
What was that?
That was Droopy Dog.
Or Senator Lieberman, take your pick.
Like you.
Aren't you glad you joined this podcast now, Em?
My arm hurts.
I'm going to filibuster.
Boy. There's the
Keep
Photoshop.
moving up. Yeah, Droopy Dog threatening to filibuster in the U.S. Senate.
He's on C-SPAN right
Yeah.
now. It's like, is that Droopy or is that Barney Frank? I don't know.
No, Barney Frank's quite different.
Barney Frank looks like Barney Rubble.
Really?
Well, he looks like a Hanna-Barbera,
Yeah, he does.
the version of a senator.
He does.
Let me tell you, I was sitting in chambers. And
What the hell was
I don't
that?
even
you
know
ever
his
seen
name.
Barney Frank standing there? I was
No, I
sitting
can't
in
because
chambers.
usually his hair is trying to kill somebody off screen.
And I said, no, we're not going to do that. Nope.
You don't have nearly enough of a lisp.
Oh, that's right. He has a
He's
list.
got a giant lisp.
That's all right, because he's gay.
Yeah. It's like, wow,
Wait,
that's
what?
stereotypical.
Yeah, Barney Frank is
Well,
gay.
I knew that, but I didn't know that
like, could
list.
you
would
All
be
gay
more
men
of a-
have to have a lisp
Apparently.
Really?
and have MRSs.
Does Damien have a lisp?
No, that's because we think that Damien's secretly bi.
Yeah.
He protests too much.
I mean, his boyfriend in Canada.
Yes.
is
You
bi.
wouldn't know who he was. He's in Canada.
He's got a boyfriend who lives in Canada.
Oh, Damien, do you have a boyfriend? Yeah. Oh, have we met him? No, he lives in Canada.
It's nobody you know.
It's nobody that you would know.
So, anyway, it is the best invention of 2009, along with the AIDS vaccine, which is also on the list of 50, I might add.
The
And the
AIDS,
flying car.
the AIDS vaccine that kind of sort of works some of the time for some people.
But then stops working.
It's really awesome.
Yeah.
It is time though. It's not like it's a rigorous, gathering of cool things. It's
Yeah. So,
a bunch of guys drinking martinis after noon in their offices going, you know what I heard about yesterday on the inner butts?
Made of tubes.
yeah. Thank you, Al Gore, for the internets.
Born.
So, next up, 1 million Xbox 360s banned from Xbox Live because, well, gee, they were modified to play pirated games and violated the terms of use. Oh, and these banned Xboxes are now showing up on eBay and Craigslist.
They are, and there's also a fix for them.
Yeah, I read about that. It's some weird.
Well,
You have to like find like some sort of computer like serial number or something on the Xbox, and then you have to get the software to make it work. It's
Well,
really
there's one that'll auto do it apparently, and what it does is it basically re-randomizes it re-randomizes the configuration parameters that they use to tell if you are a banned Xbox or not, which doesn't make any sense to me really, because why would they actually like put anything on that particular machine? Why wouldn't they just ban the MAC address?
true.
So I don't know what's
Well,
going
isn't
on
it
there.
banned by like your username or something?
No, because your username will still work.
Just your connection to the Xbox Live will not work.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, you can't connect up to Xbox Live, and if your machine was banned, you can no longer install games to the hard drive using the dashboard, even if they're legit games.
Huh.
Spank you very much.
So,
And it's also tied to, what is it? Shit.
I don't think it's shit.
Or maybe it was the user. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. Didn't matter. I didn't modify my console, so I don't give a rat's ass.
well, you modified it so you didn't play any games on it.
I play games on mine,
Oh, okay.
just not very often.
Okay.
He modified himself.
Yes.
Sounds kind of painful.
Biohacking.
Welcome to the game grid.
Wet hack.
Wet hack?
Wet hacking.
Okay. You want to share more of this phlegm, Em?
No.
Okay.
Please don't.
Any more impersonations you want to share with us, Steve?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
Get on with it.
All right. So next up, we have Care or Don't Care, our yearly feature that we've done 3 times in a row now. Left 4 Dead 2, do we care or not care about that?
I hear it's a lot like Left 4 Dead 1.
Okay. Well, yeah, duh.
It looks nice, plays pretty decent. I don't know. I don't have enough consistent people with. Some people will be playing it on the console. People will be playing it on PC. So
So the solution really there is we need to allow one of those platforms. One of those needs to be punishable by being sent to a FEMA detention camp.
All right. So, thanks for that, Steve.
Yep.
Have you played Left 4 Dead? Just out of curiosity, Steve.
Ah, it's, I got it sitting in my thing over there.
Okay. Do
I
you
just
like?
playing it this last week.
Do you like it?
Oh, you finally unwrapped it.
I unwrapped it. I bought
Wow.
it 4 months ago for $20, and I finally got around to.
And how many patches were available after you installed
It
it?
actually patched in about 6 minutes. So,
Oh, okay, that's not too bad. But do you like the game?
it has limited value in the sense that you're really not going to play it for a long time because not exactly a deep game. It's pretty
Well,
much
it's a multiplayer game.
but it's got a single player mode.
I realize that, but all the replay value is in the multiplayer. Apparently.
Right, so you're not going to be playing it a lot because you have to play with other people. They all
And there,
have to be,
there was my problem.
well, I mean, you can still play you can do the quick matches. It'll match you up with the team, of random people.
So, anyway, so you kind of care, but yeah.
I won't be spending money on it. I spent $20 on the first one. It took me 4 months to play it, so there you go.
Same amount of money you spent on Prison Tycoon.
That was Prison Tycoon 2.
Was it?
Yeah,
Which was better than the first one
and
in so many ways.
apparently 5 was even worse, better.
Are you gonna pick up Zombie Tycoon?
No.
Okay. Just thought I'd ask.
Tycoon.
I think that's actually a game. I think Tycoon actually might be a game.
It's called Monopoly.
Well, there's
Yes.
that. So next up,
It was a sequel to Pizza.
yes.
Psych out.
Oh, great.
So DJ Hero, which Steve, I know you like.
He
the
is
music.
fascinated by this. It's very
I'm-
bizarre.
I'm somewhat interested in this game, though apparently it's very hard, and I am gonna wait.
Well, isn't real DJing hard?
No.
Somewhat, yes.
Okay, so M, you want to share your?
Says the woman who can barely play the instrument that she does play.
You just put the things in, press a button.
Yes, that's exactly it. This is what you call derp, 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 I'm a troll. Derp, 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 I'm a troll.
For those of you listening at home, M does not care for electronic/techno.
No.
Mhm. In any event, the hardware is still too expensive.
What is
However, it's
Was it
it's-
like
it's like
$200?
$180 for
Oh,
the collector's
200.
thing or something.
You're fucking joking me?
Yeah,
Might as well go get your own damn turntable
Well-
and become
well,
your own
uh,
DJ.
yeah. Actually, that was the the argument on Ars Technica by people that have no idea how much actual DJ equipment costs.
Yeah.
Try for a minimum rig that's not going to fall apart you that uses industry standard equipment. It's going to be $2,200 for that. Maybe $1,700 if you bought it used.
Yeah. Foolish.
Not so much, because if you're any good at it, you're making $600, $700 a night.
But I mean, Rock Band was the same price, wasn't it?
Yes.
So the only difference is instead of drums and a guitar, you have a turntable and I believe a crossfader.
Well, it's like a whole little. It's like you get the
You get a stand too.
Well, you
don't
get the mixer and you have one of the turntables, and they just don't give you another turntable because in real life you would have a second turntable. But
Well, in real life, you would have a lot more controls.
well, not necessarily, because there's not a whole lot to basic DJing other than being able to beat match and crossfade. And if you're a scratch DJ, you have to learn how to scratch. But you can have lots of whiz bang things, but not necessarily. Depends on what kind of DJ you are. But the real issue with this is that in the U.S., the rave/club scene is not as mainstream as it is in Europe, where it's doing actually very well.
So you
And
make
in the U.S., they've sold the newer VG charts that came out a couple of days ago. Said they've sold about 500,000 copies in the U.S.
Well, raves make you go to hell.
So does rock and roll.
Yep.
so you may pick it up if it becomes cheap.
If I can find a cheap copy of it, it might be worth playing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
But it's not a party game. It's basically a one-player game.
really?
Yeah, because, only one person can do it. Someone was suggesting that what they really should have done was they should have bundled it with some dance pads, like DDR dance pads, and then you have to take, and one person has to be a DJ, and the other people actually have to dance DDR style to the same song.
Well, why can't you just hook up 2 turntables and have a scratch off?
I don't know if
That
it
sounds
supports
dirty.
that. I don't know if the game supports that, and B, not all DJs are scratch DJs.
Well, I was just using the term, but basically
I don't know if they're
competitive,
supports that
like you do
competitive version
for
or not.
like you do for the guitars.
I don't know.
Mm.
Beats
Well-
the hell out of me.
Okay.
We should find a DJ and ask them.
Well, we
It-
would have
it-
to find somebody who plays DJ Hero and ask them. It'd be like going up to Joe Satriani and asking him, so how do I do this on Guitar Hero?
I'm sure he's been asked that.
Yes, and then he probably said, I don't got times for you. I got hoes backstage to deal with.
Garden hose?
You know what use Oz? Okay.
Emily, professional troll.
Coming to a bridge near you.
So, next up, Modern Warfare 2. Which, does that interest anyone here?
Not at the current price now.
I like killing civilians.
Okay.
What about video games?
It's a video game podcast, not a hobbyist podcast.
Gonna say that's
you
what
you
you
should see
normally
what she does
like
with
to
those
do.
crochet needles.
Apparently,
I'm deadly.
Russia
I'm the
like,
crocheter who
banned
crochets at
Call
night.
of the
Well,
Modern
but
Warfare 2.
it was because of that one level.
Yeah,
and-
well, they
and-
took
and-
out that level apparently.
Yeah, the was it some Russian?
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
something
you play a
about the
Russian
Russians
terrorist
are
and you have
bad
to start
guys.
killing all the civilians.
Well, you don't have to, but that's the thing about the stupid thing about that entire thing was not only can you skip that whole scene, but if you're in the scene, it's totally within your power to not shoot a single civilian.
But,
So yeah, but
but-
why let the facts get in the way of a good war garble?
and
Well,
of
it's
course,
never stopped them before.
and of course, the majority of the types of people that are playing this game are probably going to start killing innocent civilians.
Well, if they're 13, I'm sure.
Which
It kind of removes the challenge of that particular scene.
well, unless you unlock an achievement.
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
But they stand there all so nice and still.
wow.
No, they usually run around going, "Wah!"
Or whatever the Russian equivalent
Have
of
you ever played
"wah" is.
Crackdown.
Das.
Yacht.
Niet, niet.
I don't think so. So, no interest in Modern Warfare 2 for you, Raj?
Sorta, kinda. I mean,
Maybe at a cheap price point?
yeah. If I've got nothing else to play.
Mm,
If
When
I
did the
if I
word price point come into the dialect anyway?
when I started
Price is right.
the price is right. The guy in the cliffhanger games, like, oh, here's the price point.
Dun-dun, dun-dun.
By the way, I'd like to add right now that Drew Carey sucks as a host of Price is Right. Thank you.
Well,
You've
it wasn't-
watched it.
Wasn't like Bob Barker was all that great either.
Yeah.
He spends all his time macking on 67-year-olds.
You didn't watch him for either. You watched him for, what was it, Candy and Jan and...
Well, yeah. Except they weren't on very much, so.
They're not on often enough, and they
Yeah.
they didn't do enough of those tropical island getaways.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I know. I always had a thing for Holly, but I think I've said too much.
I
now.
think I'm fairly disturbed by the fact that you knew their names.
Yeah, I watched way too many game shows when I was younger. I had a thing for High Rollers. I loved that game.
Joker's Wild
You know, Joker's Wild was pretty awesome.
had the best little set thing. That looked cool.
What was the big slot machine?
No,
What? No, that was Joker's Wild.
no,
What?
no.
What do you mean?
Joker's no.
It was the giant. It was like a slot machine, and you know.
Well,
you
Well,
had
I
to-
guess
you had
this
to
is
get
sort of
three-
video games.
We'll continue this argument later.
We'll find a clip on YouTube. I know the
Oh,
bonus
good.
round. The bonus round had these large slot machines. You had to get three jokers. You couldn't get the devil, otherwise you
So
lost.
that did have the devil in it. I remember.
Okay. Do we want to start on tic tac toe or?
Okay, no. Moving on.
Monty, I'll take what's behind door 3.
I
Yeah,
love the
that-
statistics of that. That's so awesome.
The Monty Hall paradox.
That's awesome. I love the statistics.
The weird math.
Weird math. It's a weird math thing.
Yeah.
Great.
By the way, they brought that show back, and it stars Wayne Brady as the host.
That's really unfortunate.
It is.
Who's Wayne Brady?
Whose line is it anyway? You know, non-threatening black guy.
There are such things.
On whose
The
line is it?
opinions of Emily do not necessarily reflect the views of Diehard Gamer Radio or its associates. But, you know, me being part black, I'm not totally offended by your comments.
How
Totally
long have
half
you been
offended.
part black?
Well,
Half offended.
so next up, Dragon Age Origins, which Steve has been playing. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Got some pretty cool intros.
But how's the game?
Hard.
Hard.
Mm-hmm.
As in, like,
A penis.
It's so
Uh,
hard. It's it's so hard. They had to issue a patch a day after it came out because it was too hard.
really?
Yes, it didn't go down after 72 hours, so you needed to consult a doctor.
Great. The Viagra of video games here.
No, I'm definitely interested in playing this game. All of the information looks like it's going to be pretty cool.
So did the
And I-
game get easier after the patch? Were you able
No,
to
it
get to level
became-
2?
You didn't get wiped every time you got into a combat.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
That's some nice balancing there, Lou.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've got normal is hard enough, and then they've got hard, and then insane or something.
Does the game have an easy mode?
It does have an easy mode,
It's
which
called normal.
no, well, it has easy, but easy like takes out some of the gameplay elements, like there's no friendly fire in easy. And stuff like
No, you're playing it on PC.
that. Yep.
Ah.
Console version apparently has some drawbacks.
So,
Missing the tactical point of view apparently.
which would be important.
Somewhat important in a tactical RPG.
So,
I also won't have any of the modifications that'll later come out for the PC.
oh,
Because they released all the mod tools and level editors and stuff like that for it. Because, it's these guys.
speaking about level editors and mods and stuff like that, they released what was it? Unreal Engine 3. They made available for download. Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were interested in that type of stuff.
Nope, don't know.
Okay.
Not a game programmer.
So, next up, Dante's Inferno, which, do you care about that, Raj?
Yeah. I mean, it's got a very interesting design to it, at least. I've been keeping an eye on the YouTube videos that they've been putting out for the game, and they're putting a lot of effort into it. That's for sure.
Well, they're EA. I'm sure they have enough money to put behind it.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
they're
that's why
trying.
laying people off.
Well, that's also why they're plenty of money to put behind it. I think they're going for their next franchise because, I mean, they went and commissioned.
What, they're going to do Purgatorio and then Paradiso? That's
Maybe.
a good, nice slope there.
I don't know.
They're going to release
I
7
mean, it's-
games.
I mean, it's not like this video game is a poet going down into hell. This guy, bitch slapped death and stole his sight.
You have not read Purgatorio and Paradiso, I take it.
No.
There you get progressively, geometrically more boring and nothing happens.
Nothing happens in paradise. That's why it's paradise.
That's not. But see, that's why the Inferno was awesome, because you had people flayed alive and lizards ripping their heads off and flaying them, and then they had to get back in line where their bodies would regenerate, and then they would, by the time they got to the front of the line, the lizards would come by and flay them alive again and rip all their organs out and eat them and stuff like that.
And
And
the
then the
moral to be
maggots.
learned, evil is more interesting.
Actually, that was what got me off my stealing kick when I was a teenager.
You were scared by Dante's Inferno.
That's what they did to thieves.
Oh, God. Okay, that's the lamest.
That's really sad.
That's the lamest after-school special ever. Tina the Others is a thief.
Who was sent to the Inferno. Ah.
It was scary.
No, she wasn't sent. She was just reading it.
Oh,
Yeah, she was stuck in some new teacher with
It's a
new.
bulimic that stops being bulimic after reading Everybody Poops.
Oh, you're Catholic. That means you want that's
Everyone-
pure concentrated evil coming out of your bottom.
It was scary. That's all I'm gonna say. And
Oh,
it got me to stop
wow.
shoplifting.
Oh wow.
Ah. And so you've turned into a fine, upstanding citizen.
Who has apparently read
Dante's Inferno.
Yes.
So is your suggestion that we should give all juvenile delinquents a copy of Dante's Inferno to set them right?
You know, it worked for me.
Okay,
Well,
but
that
And
yeah.
the Inferno was really cool because it was very violent and gory and disgusting, and he'd go into great detail about how the maggots would burrow into people's flesh, and you'd have exploding pustules and all this other crazy
just
crap.
sounds like the Middle Ages.
But there were demons and whips.
Sounds like the Middle Ages.
Not so much with the demon whippage in Middle Ages.
Well, there were plenty of whips in the Middle Ages at the
Just,
very least.
You know, fleas and Black Death.
Exploding pustules.
Fleas and Black Death. But no demons. The demons are key.
Maybe the demon was actually the
Oh,
Black
and then you
Death.
get the suicide grove. You know, you've heard, and you always see those. And there's the suicide grove. Well, that's where you first enter into hell, where the unctioned suicides is awesome. And they say they're going, I killed myself. What did I do? I'm going to hang here forever. And it's the suicide grove.
Hmm.
That's where that's from. Is the Inferno. And then the ninth ring of hell has the devil
Okay, moving on.
eating Judas's butt.
Moving on.
No,
What else do you got for your Smurf?
Oh, and the ninth ring of hell is also frozen, by the way.
Okay. What else you got for us here?
So
Murdoch?
next on our book review, Em, would you like to do a review of Everybody Poops, the director's
Would you like
edition?
us to do? Tell us about Boo Radley.
I was thinking Lamort Darther.
Mhm. So where's the plug for Emily's mic? We need to unplug it.
Yeah, this is really good. You were supposed to bring the funny, and now you're just bringing the boring.
You're
But
bringing
it's
the nerdy.
interesting.
Do
Well,
your
they
own.
made a game about the goddamn
Do your
Inferno.
own. Do
Okay.
your
There's
own
plenty
book
of,
podcast.
there's plenty of
Do
you
your
know,
own book
material
podcast.
Okay.
that they
so-
could
so
do
here-
in the Inferno.
So here's the question: if Roger picks up Dante's Inferno, are you going to bitch about it because it's not accurate to the book?
Yes.
Okay.
Roger picks
I
up
wrote-
Dante's Inferno. Will you do a book report about it?
Oh dear God!
would
I
love
guess
to-
I'm not playing it.
that would-
Jesus Christ!
That would be awesome if some kid puts in a book report on Dante's Inferno and it's based off the video game. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, pretty much.
To Mrs. Smith's English class, Dante's Inferno. At the beginning of the game, I waited for my memory card to load up.
And Walt Whitman was 90 feet
Yeah.
tall.
Well, was it? And he had a fist fight with Emily Dickinson or
Yes.
something like that.
Well,
True
enti-
fa-
It's entirely plausible.
Babe the Blue Ox.
These true facts of literature are brought to you by Diehard Gamer Radio, who reminds you, please stay in school. All right, moving on.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
We should just do an after-school special at this point. Just
What
get-
else do you got here, Murdoch?
Well, we have an announcement. We're going to do the Million Amero Special. For those of you who don't know, the Amero is a completely true form of currency.
That will replace the dollar.
No, it has replaced the
Oh, it
dollar.
has replaced
That's
the
what the
dollar.
Free Republic told me.
I
It
thought
must
they
be
were
true.
socks.
No,
Sock fiat?
no,
No?
no,
No.
no.
That's what I learned.
From where?
This
The
podcast.
internet.
Well, there's where you went wrong.
You're using this podcast
the
to
socks
learn.
were FDIC insured.
Well, I know that. No, it was fiat currency, is what John said.
Yes, everything's a fiat currency, so there could
Well,
be socks, and the socks were FDIC insured.
Well, Steve wasn't wearing socks on that show.
I wasn't.
According to the podcast, you were not.
Huh.
Which
Somewhat
is,
disturbed by the fact you went back and listened.
I listened to all the podcasts.
Huh. This just in, Murdoch, a narcissistic egotist,
No, I'm
likes to listen to himself talk.
no, I'm
So much so that he'll record himself and then listen to himself.
Update at 11:30.
No, it's not that. I'm listening.
We
for-
go to Asian reporter Trisha Takanawa, who entered this report all by herself.
So, Christopher Lawrence Murdoch, tell me about Christopher Lawrence Murdoch.
Well, I was born in a log cabin some time ago.
And that was
Okay. Anyway. So what's with the Amero?
Okay, so back in episode 50, we came up with these Million Amero ideas. Pasty Mike started us off with France Revolution.
Right.
Take
Yeah.
take the faces of the bourgeois and
Stomp on them.
yeah, and it was done to Guitar Wolf.
Yeah.
And these ideas that came across this hugely politically incorrect episode sounded like a really good idea for a basis of a special. So,
Sounded like it anyway.
well,
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Well, when we're drunk and we're recording it, I'm sure it'll be much funnier.
Teg Haggard's meth spree.
Hey, that's a Million Amero idea right there.
Grand Theft Haggard.
In the streets of San Francisco.
Yeah, you can do,
In the Tenderloin
Grand
District.
Theft Amero.
well, the Amero's
Amero.
not worth anything.
Amero.
Amaro.
You can do, I don't know.
Yeah.
Fine.
I can tell.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
nothing.
You could do the Franz Joseph game. That'd be good.
Really?
Yeah, how many daughters you can impregnate from your daughter?
Well, yeah, but that'd just be an Australian game.
Oh,
We're
yeah, I
not
know.
interested in that.
Hey, they'd get it first.
That's...
Yeah, it'd be the first game
Yeah.
that ever get first. I mean,
Yeah, it'll be the front news of Kotaku. They won't even mention the game. They just mention that they got it first.
yeah, pretty much.
Uh,
Yeah.
any other ideas? I mean,
To play,
a
video game
from the
based
make.
on Franz Kafka's Metamorphosis. You spend 16 hours in a menu-based RPG system turning into a bug.
No, I got the best one. Learn math by the Chinese mom way.
That's
I think it should be was it Reading Rabbit? What was the math version of Reader Rabbit?
what math sloth? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Or something. Okay, math slot.
It was a
teaches-
math taper.
Yeah, the math sloth teaches you to count by tipping strippers. That sort of thing.
Oh, okay. So from the makers of Abortion Clinic Sniper, Kublai Khan versus what was it? Not the Moon Men. It was Kublai Khan and the Battle of Bunker Hill or something
Yeah.
like that. I don't know.
Oh,
What.
Battle of Bull Run.
Bull Run, yeah.
My bet's on Kublai Khan.
Well,
Genghis Khan had an active physical lifestyle.
Active outdoor lifestyle.
Active outdoor lifestyle.
they could put that on Wii Fit.
Apparently, Wii Fit
Ha-
counts as moderate intensity workout.
Really?
They actually did like the research and found out it counts as a moderate intensity workout.
You know what else? Walking is free, and then you don't have to spend $190 on that.
So is sex.
Sex isn't
never
always free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
for most of us actually.
When
Yeah.
did you have to pay for it last time?
He might be paying for it mentally.
See, this is
No.
why in the Penny Arcade when Gabe said that he said this comic got me in trouble.
Vindication! Ow! Oh, pain.
That'll learn ya.
You want to go more into your sex life, Em?
No. What
Right.
else do you got there, Murdock?
Em
Got
had
anything?
Em had this look on her face. Is the penguin involved?
Harold is not involved, though Perry does sit on our TV in the bedroom
And watch.
and watch.
We have a voyeur penguin.
Hmm
Ugh.
If this penguin could talk.
It would say, "God save yourself."
Ah, my eyes!
They burn.
It can't be unseen.
Yes. I need some eye acid.
Eye acid.
Yep.
Eye bleach.
Yep. Eye bleach.
Yes.
All right. What
There's
else you
your
got there, Murdock?
I got nothing.
Nothing?
Well, unless there's something you want to add
No, not really.
of a humor.
There's hey,
Right? Ooh, ah.
we forgot my special topic.
Oh, okay.
What's going on down there?
They-
Downtown.
What is your special topic there, Steve?
My special topic
Which is
that we have every
Cheese.
podcast.
well, what the Steve versus
No.
movie?
No.
Cheese.
There's
Oh, the cheese and beer.
No.
No.
There's the update on what does Steve think? What about those particular games, Steve?
Stephen Matthew Walsh, what do you think of yourself?
How about that Star Trek game
There you
Steve?
go.
All right, it's time once again for Steve's Star Trek Pontification, Volume 52.
It has a release date.
And you guys are bragging me about Dante's Inferno.
It has a release
What do you
date.
mean Dante's Inferno? You're talking about was it Diablo 3 is the one you're really whining about?
No,
right?
about being pedantic.
Well, you're pedantic all the time.
True.
Hey, listen to me.
Pay attention
Yes,
to me.
Stephen Matthew Walsh.
It has a release date now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lies.
Whether
So,
or not, yes.
so in the year 2035, when this
Yes.
game finally comes out,
you'll be actually able to go on your own starship. And,
ah, it's like just being there.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Don't have a release date on Jumpgate Evolution though.
How about
Still.
Huxley? How's that coming along? You got to bring that up.
Huxley. Yeah, Huxley is required to be brought up too.
As an Eldest?
Yeah, kind of.
Mm.
Just in the name though.
As in Brave New World.
Yeah, there won't be any kids having
It's
sex
a
in this game.
brave new world.
Oh, darn it.
There will no ephebophiles in this
A
particular show.
brave new world.
There's a Million Amero idea right there.
Brave New World, yeah.
Yeah.
In a brave new
Oh,
world.
Yeah.
why don't you put up Atlas Shrugged as well?
Yeah.
Quick, find the industrialists.
Yeah,
Yes.
coming soon from EA, the Fountainhead.
Yeah.
That's
Ayn Rand
exciting.
running through Hitler's fortress doing something with Mecha Hitler.
Okay, then. So tell us more about Star Trek Online.
There's nothing to tell you.
Oh, well,
It just has this release date.
well, thanks.
But
for-
you didn't ask, so I had to point it out.
Oh, okay. So
You're
is
derelict
this
in your
something we're going to
duties.
need to do every episode until the game finally comes out?
Well,
Just
that
Steve's-
and Jumpgate Evolution.
None of these games are coming out in your lifetime. Why bother?
Well, it gives me something to hope.
It's the only thing he lives for,
pretty much.
except for maybe boobies.
Diablo 3.
No,
Diablo 3.
You have no interest in Diablo 3?
not really.
Diablo 3.
Really?
Diablo 3.
Well, I know that's
I'm
what.
pretty sure
Diablo
her
3.
first copy of Diablo 2 was mine that I no longer got to use because she
That
had
was
it.
Diablo 1.
Thanks.
No,
Sorry,
'cause
I
I
had
remember-
the wrong thieved copy.
I
of-
still have your Phantom of the Opera soundtrack, too, for
Oh,
that
that's
matter.
good. You can keep it.
Oh, if we want to go down a list of stuff that you have got that was Steve's that is sitting at our house.
Yeah. It's like-
Oh, yeah, all the DVDs, like all the West Wing DVDs.
yeah, that's the least of the DVDs of mine. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and the Fellowship. Or
Yeah,
Lord of the
dude,
Rings.
Yeah.
Oh, you have,
Yeah,
uh,
that's
different
Files.
kinds.
you have Steve's copy of Seventh Guest?
Let me tell you, he got so mad. Oh my god. He just sat and moped and glared at me for like hours.
Dear audience, you have to understand that Emily doesn't deal with plots like the rest of humans.
She reads the
She
backs
reads
of
the
the book.
ending first.
I don't like
Because
suspense.
she is a weak woman and cannot stand to follow the plot.
It's
it
the
was
journey,
originally
not the outcome.
No, it's not the journey, not the outcome.
Oh, actually, I just thought of something. Here's one for a care, don't care. The new live update.
Oh, with was it Twitter and
Last
Oh,
F,
Facebook?
shit.
Last
I'll
FM.
tell you
and-
what happens when I get it in April.
Hey,
Oh,
you
is
can-
that the next time you're going to turn your Xbox
Yeah,
on
pretty
unless
much.
somebody wants to watch
to watch a
something on
movie.
Netflix?
Yeah.
you're gonna be like,
It's
oh,
really good. It's turning out to be a really awesome investment for me.
Yeah, you got to see how your Fable character's doing. You own all the town now.
It's like frickin' Thomas Crown in there at this point. What ho! Why are you pushing me out of the way? What do you think? You own the village? He does own the village.
So, well, thanks, Steve. Thanks, Roger. Listeners note, I got nothing.
Lister's,
Apparently, I don't get a thanks.
Lister's note.
Wait, well, okay. Well, is there something else you want to add, Em?
No, you were just saying thank you to Steve and to
All right. Well,
Roger, and
thank
did
you,
not thank
Emily,
me.
for the nonsense that you've brought to this.
Penis.
Thank you, Emily, for having ventured from the kitchen for a certain amount of time.
When you should have really been making
You
pie.
should have been
I do
making
have
some
knitting to
goddamn
get done.
sandwiches.
Not feeling the love, huh?
I have knitting to get done, actually.
Get to thy spindle, wench.
I have
Get to thy loom.
4 spindles, actually, that need to be wound off.
See?
Crocheting's not going to get food on the table.
If I can charge like $80 for 25 yards, yeah, it will.
And what fantasy world do you plan on making this happen?
Etsy.com.
Etsy's. You think B is a bunch of dysfunctional ingrates? That frickin' Etsy.com is just full of people that you'd never want to meet in a light alley, much less a dark one. You'd end up with a distended anus from crochet hooks.
But it would be lovely.
Is there a
they-
pattern for that?
Yeah, they take a picture of it and give you a pattern.
Charge you $5 for it for a PDF.
Yeah.
Oh. There's a Million Amero idea, too. You
Right
can
there.
crochet on the Wii.
Yeah.
Crochet hero.
Distended
No,
anus
not
hero.
crochet your own Wii.
No, I said crochet hero.
Distended anus hero.
Extended anus hero.
Was it prolapse?
In 3D.
Yeah, prolapse colon hero. Yeah, in 3D. You know,
Oh.
the Sega glasses for the Sega Master
No. That's when it's got to go onto the Natal system.
It,
System.
it'll be downloaded on the Sega channel.
Natal, aren't you some sort of, Vulcan or something?
No.
Yeah.
Natal?
Yeah.
By Vulcan?
Yeah.
That was T'Pau.
No. Yeah, there's only one Vulcan. I realize in the new fucked up version of Star Trek there's only like 80,000, but we don't ignore that. We ignore that one.
I
You
thought
gonna
you
end
were.
this fucker or what?
Oh,
You're just sitting here-
are you done talking about Star Trek now?
I've been there for like
He's
20 minutes,
never
man.
done.
You're just, I was already on distended anus hero, and you're not cutting us off here.
Well, you're bringing.
You're a really great moderator.
Hero.
You're a really great moderator.
Prolapse hero.
I'm just trying to think about the opening for that one.
See, this is why you need to be a better Mr. McLaughlin.
Hero.
Well, the funny's coming in, so I want to,
It's kind of late.
well, all right.
It's late to the parade.
Okay.
Everybody should sing the theme song now.
No. There's nothing to the theme song. It's going to be Deaf Culture Sucks all over again.
Deaf culture sucks.
We really need to come.
Deaf culture sucks.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Deaf culture sucks. It sucks.
By the way, if you want to listen to Deaf Culture Sucks, please listen to show 31. Anyway.
Why the fuck do you know these by heart?
He has nothing else to do between recordings of the podcast. I'm the one that mixes it down and edits it.
I have a spreadsheet for all this stuff.
And you memorize this?
Well, just the real important stuff. Like Deaf Culture Sucks.
This is the moment when I wish my blinky noises would make, audible good noises, because we're kind of staring at you and asking, to say the least.
So, thank you for listening to Diehard Gamer Radio. I think that's the time where I really need to end the show.
Yeah, join us next week
Deaf
when
culture sucks. Deaf culture sucks.
Emily
Deaf
will
culture sucks.
sign a contract
culture
with
sucks.
Warner
Deaf
Brothers
culture
Music.
sucks.
Yeah, with BMI.
Well, BMI you can't really sign a contract with.
Yeah.
The big CBS Records. or
Deaf
something.
It'll be King Records.
Yeah. Motown.
Thank you for listening to Diehard Gamer Radio. You can visit our website at diehardgamerradio.com and iTunes, or you can email us at diehardgamerradio@gmail.com.